What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. Boy, I tell you, they got a senator over there in Georgia. He's following suit with this Florida senator and Florida's attorney general in writing the college football committee, the NCAA. But he wants the college football committee to make the Orange Bowl between Florida State and the Georgia Bulldogs a playoff game. How he expect them to do that, I don't know. But he damn sure crying and complaining about it. He got all these excuses. And you know how the Georgia fans like to tell us Alabama fans that we like to live in the past. Well, this guy, he's really living in the past. But anyway, it's Georgia State Senator Colton Moore. That is his name. He crying and whining about about Georgia, how they done won 29 games straight. They won back-to-back national champions. They had a chance to three-peat. Well, guess what? Who gives a damn? Still ain't going to get you in the playoff. The committee don't give a damn about what you did in 2021 or 2022. It's all about 2023. And apparently, they don't give a damn that you had an undefeated regular season. You still ain't getting in the playoff, and they ain't going to make the Orange Bowl a playoff game. I don't know what made this guy even fathom that shit. I mean, it's been a 14 playoff ever since the shit started, since 2014. It's going to 12 teams next year. So Georgia Bulldogs and Florida State and all the politicians that's crying from Florida and Georgia, y'all can wait till next year and get in the playoff. But anyway, let's go on to this article. Georgia State lawmaker demands Orange Bowl between Florida State and the Bulldogs added to the college football playoff. Not going to happen. But anyway, Georgia State Senator Colton Moore, following in the footsteps of Florida Attorney General Ashley Moore and other state politicians to his south, has written an open letter demanding the College Football Playoff Selection Committee adopt the Orange Bowl between Florida State and Georgia as an additional college football game. Both the Seminoles and the Bulldogs were left out of the 14 field as the number 5 and number 6 teams, respectively. You ain't the top 4. Neither one of y'all is a top 4 team. Not this year. Florida State, you rarely a top 4 team. But anyway, Georgia, nah, never. I mean, you won back-to-back, national championships, reigning, defending national champion, won 29 straight. But guess what? Maybe you should have won 30 straight. You'd have been in the playoff. So ain't no reason to cry about it anymore. Get over it. You lost. You just can't seem to beat my Alabama Crimson Tide in your own backyard. Matter of fact, that's Alabama's backyard now. We own that shit. Like I told y'all before, Alabama owns daggone Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's why it's called Bryant-Denny East. Alabama owns that shit. As a matter of fact, Alabama owns Atlanta. How about that? They own the Georgia Bulldogs. Everybody knows that. But Georgia Bulldog fans just seem to be in denial about that. And this daggone senator who's writing the College Football Playoff Committee. Anyway, goes on to say, however, unlike Florida State, Georgia did not go undefeated in 2023 and lost to my Alabama Crimson Tide in the SEC championship game, resulting in my Alabama Crimson Tide vaulting past both teams, Florida State and Georgia, to the number 4 rankings. It's a perceived injustice that Moore is apparently fighting back on. Oh my goodness. And guess what? Got the whole letter that this guy wrote to the College Football Playoff Committee. And boy, he is crying and he's bringing up every possible thing that every possible good thing that Georgia has done in the past 2 years. But he didn't mention the fact that they lost to my Alabama Crimson Tide. Maybe he did. Because he did say they lost by a small margin. Who gives a damn? You lost. But anyway, and he didn't say, oh, before they went on this 29-game win streak, they lost at the hands of my Alabama Crimson Tide in that 2021 SEC championship. I don't give a damn that they came back about a month later and beat my Alabama Crimson Tide for the national championship. I don't care. I don't care that Kirby, he'd probably be a daggone Hall of Fame coach. Well, guess what? He's 1-5 against the great one, my coach, Nick Saban. So, who cares about this guy whining and crying? But this is his letter. Dear Chairman Corrigan and the College Football Playoff Selection Committee. With few expectation, collegiate sports is capable of governing itself, but the decision of the committee made was a historic failure to the people of Georgia and Florida, as highlighted by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Senator Rick Scott. It was not a failure. It was only right. Until the SEC championship, the University of Georgia Bulldogs won 29 straight games, the longest win streak in the NCAA in 20 years. Under Kirby Smart, they are the defending back-to-back national champion who statistically have the strongest defense in the SEC. Not against my Alabama Crimson Tide, they didn't. No, they did not against my Alabama Crimson Tide. And we seen how my Alabama Crimson Tide offensive line manhandled the Georgia Bulldogs defensive line. And we saw how the Georgia secondary couldn't contain not one Alabama wide receiver. We seen it. We seen it. So, hey, they got dominated all over the field. Hey, I don't give a damn. Statistically, they probably the strongest defense in the SEC. Don't nobody give a damn. You didn't beat my Alabama Crimson Tide. My Alabama Crimson Tide offense dominated that damn defense. And for all of you Georgia Bulldog fans that talked about my quarterback, that talked about my offensive line, they made your defense look mediocre. That's what Alabama does to these teams that their fans consider to be so great. My Alabama Crimson Tide make you look mediocre. Now, back to the letter. Anyway, after the SEC championship, UGA is also statistically in the top 4 most efficient programs in the country, as in the top 4 strongest football power index rated teams in the country, according to ESPN. These are undisputed statistical facts that the committee seemed to willingly ignore in this decision, where it is an undisputed fact that you lost to my Alabama Crimson Tide in one of the most important games of the season, or the most important game thus far this season. And you lost. You couldn't get it done. And the committee was looking at the fact that you might face my Alabama Crimson Tide team again if they put you in the playoff, and the results would have been the same. You'd have got your ass beat. Even worse, I know Alabama only won by 3 points, but guess what? The play on the field told a different story. The Georgia Bulldogs got dominated no matter how you look at it, offensively and defensively, bar none. There was no comparison to my Alabama Crimson Tide when it came down to the play on the field. Unless y'all was looking at a different game than I was looking at. But anyway, let's keep it going. Your mandate is to send the 4 best teams in the country to the college football playoff. And instead, you have created a political mess with a decision based in bias to weaker conferences and teams who want nothing to do with playing the Georgia Bulldogs. Well, that last part, Alabama, I'm pretty sure he didn't include Alabama in that. Having nothing, don't want to play Georgia Bulldogs. We welcome that. Even when y'all was out there winning, beating up on all these little cupcakes, and y'all was saying, y'all don't want to play Georgia, y'all don't. I'm sure every Alabama fan was saying, yes, we do. And me personally, I couldn't wait to play y'all Georgia Bulldogs, because as an Alabama fan, and I said it time and time again, the Georgia Bulldogs, for Alabama fans, is nothing to be scared of. History repeats itself. How many times did I say that? And look what happened. My Alabama Crimson Tide went out on the field and made all the Alabama fans happy. And Alabama, I thought would have shut these damn Georgia Bulldog fans up. But hey, it is what it is. They ain't going to talk anyway. They can still talk about 33-18. They can still yell back to back. They can still celebrate their 29-game winning streak. But the fact of the matter is, my Alabama Crimson Tide ended y'all. That's basically what they did. They ended the Georgia Bulldogs. So it is what it is. But anyway, let's keep it moving. The grave era, this grave era is one of the Georgians may have to live with for generations to come. Thanks to my Alabama Crimson Tide. And I hope y'all do have to live with it for generations to come. I'll be happy about it. Anyway, you have proven that the historical body of work by UGA staff and future Hall of Fame coaches count for nothing, even amidst the near smallest margin of loss possibly after 29 straight wins in order the most exhilarating SEC championship game in history. It could be. It was exhilarating. But the fact of the matter is, once my Alabama Crimson Tide took the lead, they never looked back. Never looked back. Straight, total domination. He seemed to forget about that. I know it was a small margin of victory, according to the school board. And the school board is the only thing that matters in the end. But guess what? Go back and look at the game. How my offensive line was just pushing around their defensive line, bullying them. Alabama played bully ball against Georgia, and Alabama bullied y'all bums. You can believe that. I don't care how you look at it. But anyway, keep it moving. At some point in the future, it may be reasonable to have the committee replaced by artificial intelligence because the current intelligence has caused an undue embarrassment to college football and injustice upon the state of Georgia and the university system of Georgia. The University of Georgia is in the top 4 college football teams in the United States. Well, according to the committee, you ain't. And the committee say so is what matters. So this senator, what you say, the committee don't give a damn about. So you basically wasting your breath. But anyway, he had a lot to damn say, man. Oh my goodness, man. He want the committee replaced by artificial intelligence. So basically, what he telling y'all? He want an artificial shot at the playoff. He want an artificial championship. That's what he want. He don't want the real deal. That's why. This is one of the very reasons why OKB been calling y'all paper champions for the past 2 damn years. Matter of fact, he said it himself. Those are artificial championships y'all got. Set up for those Georgia Bulldogs to go undefeated. If you look at the schedules from the past 3 years for them, it was set up for them to go undefeated and get in the playoff. Playing all these daggone cupcakes. And all these Georgia fans, we opened up with Clemson. We opened up with this team, and we opened up with that team. Don't nobody give a damn. That's game 1. That's game 1. Okay? Shit, so you got to go. You got to win. It ain't about what you did in week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. It's about what you're doing in the end when it's time for the committee to meet up and select the best 4 teams. As you see, at the beginning of the season, Alabama lost to Texas. But they progressively got better and end up beating your Georgia Bulldogs, Mr. Senator, and putting your ass out of the playoff. Put a halt to your 3-peat expectations in which y'all been crying about ever since you beat little old TCU in January. We've been hearing about a 3-peat ever since then. Well, guess what? We damn sure won't hear about it no damn more. I do know that. But anyway, keep it moving. Listen at this. A possible 3-time national championship is once in a lifetime to witness, and you wrote off the Georgia Bulldogs without even a breath in your announcement speech. Nobody cared that y'all had a chance at three-peating. All you had to do was beat Alabama. You would have had a chance to three-peat. That's all you had to do. Just beat Alabama. You'd have had your little three-peat still in the making, as they call it. What? This guy done got lost three-peat processing. So, hey, you beat Alabama, your three-peat will still be processing. Now that shit on the back burner, I don't want to hear it no more. Get over it. It ain't going to happen. So anyway, boy, these daggone politicians, man. Anyway, and they say they wrote off Georgia in their speech without, they didn't even give them a breath. Good. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it, man. Anyway, we pray that Washington and Michigan don't get blown out like TCU did by UGA in 2023 and Michigan did by UGA in 2021, as this will solidify the committee's historic failure and underscore the federal lawsuits brewing. Unless something is corrected, there should be plans to contest the championship if such occurs. Okay. You wasn't crying about protesting the championship last year when you beat Polar Low TCU 65-7. Now, if that happens to another team, you should protest. When you do it, it's all good. But when somebody else do it, you want to cry and complain and protest and shit like that. That is bullshit. Bullshit. And you talking about lawsuits brewing and all this shit. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing but you politicians. That's it. That is it. And just like the fans can't do shit, ain't a damn thing y'all can do about it either. But move the fuck on. That's it, Mr. Politician. In light of the CFP expansion in 2024 season, as a remedy to avoid massive liabilities, people of Georgia request you allow the Orange Bowl to be activated as a college football playoff game and therefore delay the national championship by 1 week or otherwise make accommodations. This dude is a fucking idiot. Now, he want them to make the Orange Bowl a playoff game and delay the national championship by a week. But he didn't offer any other solutions. How are you going to do that? He didn't lay out any guidelines of how to do that. He just running his mouth telling him what he want. Well, if you want it, lay out some damn guidelines. Even though you'll continue to waste your time doing it. And it won't damn matter. But this guy, he went all into all the accomplishment of the Georgia Bulldogs from 2021, 22, and 23. Nobody gives a damn right now in the latter part of 2023. You lost one game. Yes, you did. The SEC championship game. But that game knocked you out of the playoff. Hell, you crying. They dropped Georgia from 1 to 6. Well, as I recall, when Alabama lost, I believe we was like number 3? We dropped all the way to like 11 or 12. We dropped like 8 spots. So y'all dropped 5 spots? And you crying? Oh, we shouldn't have dropped that far. We shouldn't drop out the top 4. Bullshit. And these daggone Georgia fans, when Alabama won, they were still saying Georgia going to be in the playoff. Alabama ain't going to be in the playoff. Bullshit. Head to head, baby. And with Alabama and Texas, y'all were talking about head to head. If Texas win, Alabama ain't going to get in head to head. But when Georgia and Alabama play and Alabama win, you still think you're supposed to get in the daggone playoff. And Alabama don't. Is you stupid? Is you daggone stupid? Come on now. You can't be that stupid even if you is stupid. Come on, baby. Alabama makes college football. It is not a college football playoff without Alabama, as you've seen last season. Even if Alabama get in the playoff, go to the national championship game, and they lose, it's still better than Alabama not being in there. And a lot of other fan base will watch that game that Alabama's in just to see them lose. So nobody want to watch a college football playoff without Alabama. Nobody. I don't care who you are. But anyway, it is what it is. Alabama, everybody, Alabama fans, and fans of every fan base expect Alabama to be in the playoff every single year. And when it comes to Georgia, no daggone football fan expect Georgia to be in the playoff every single year. They ain't at that status yet. You can believe that. Only Georgia Bulldog fans think they are. Only them think that. Only Georgia Bulldog fans think they at that status. And the committee just showed y'all that you ain't. So you better listen to the committee, because that's the only say so that matters. So Georgia Bulldog fans, I know a lot of y'all have moved on. I would say that a lot of y'all have moved on, but a lot of them still stuck. A lot of them still stuck. A lot of them still hiding. But hey, it is what it is. You support your team through thick and thin. Don't only come around and talk shit when they winning, and then when they lose, you know where to be found. And guess what? We found that a lot of Georgia Bulldog fans is that way. And I'm glad it was my Alabama Crimson Tide that exposed the Georgia Bulldog fan base for what they are. Not all of y'all, because a lot of y'all are true Georgia Bulldog fans. And no matter if you lose, if you're winning, you're going to be there. You're going to show your face, still talking trash. But a lot of y'all, once they lost, your Georgia Bulldog lost, you ain't been heard of since. And I know one that used to call the Paul Feinbaum every day, talking cash money shit. But ever since my Alabama Crimson Tide put those Georgia Bulldogs in the dirt, he ain't called not one damn time. So it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. My Alabama Crimson Tide is known for taking the souls of college football teams and breaking them down to the merest of daggone rubbish. And that's what they did to the Georgia Bulldogs. And Nick Saban, my Alabama Crimson Tide, own the state of Georgia, own Athens, own Atlanta, own freaking Mercedes-Benz Stadium, own the whole city of Atlanta and the whole state of Georgia. Roll damn Tide.